Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to episode 9 of our Runescape League's progress series, and in this episode, this is where we finally go and get strong. We are going to unlock probably the best combat blessing in the game, and we're going to use it to big effect. We're going to go and chase after some of the big requirements I think I've needed to bring my combat gear up to date. So we're going to go and hunt the fire cape as well as the Zuck cape in this episode, and maybe a little bit more towards the end. We shall see. Now, if you guys have been enjoying the videos, please make sure to leave me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. We are pumping out the content. If you guys haven't seen the tips and tricks video I released last night, it'll be in the corner of the video. It has gone exceptionally well, so thank you guys so much for the love, support and all that as well. It has really helped me out to be seen by more and more people. However, if you're enjoying, hit that like button. Let's go and jump in and let's see what we can do in this video. Okay, so there we go. 99 range done. All its armadillo. Actually didn't take too long, probably took like 2 to 3 hours to completely do this. And I am now going to leave because the quest for the Godsword Shard 1 never seems to be ending. But what we can actually do is that we did get some armadillo chest plates. So that is going to be 200 more league points because we have the full set of armadillo armor. Actually noticeable, you take a lot more damage in it compared to Royal. Royal does seem to be a lot more tankier, better defensively. So I do think that we're going to keep Royal and using Royal as well because it just seems to be decent in terms of that as well. So I think I might have dropped the boots, but we'll just go with this setup for our range setup. But what I want to do in the meantime is make a couple of little upgrades to our setup anyway. So what I'm going to go and do is actually bank all that because what I need to go and grab now is Bandos and Subjugation. Because, well, I'll just grab Bandos actually first because what this will do will mean that we can go and get that next rank. So that is what we want. If we just go and pop that on. There we go, 200 points from Bandos as well, which means we can now go and get our tier 6 relic. For our tier 6 relic, we were originally going to go for perfection, and this is going to be another case where I've kind of deviated from the plan. So we're going to go for rejuvenation. So we'll go and click that. And then what we're going to pick is Golden Touch. So Golden Touch is essentially going to do our agility for us. It's going to give us really beneficial in terms of prayer as well. Prayer can be a really nice task as well to do Golden Touch. And also we'll get infinite cash and really accessible thieving. So I'm really looking forward to having these. It was a big decision at the start to whether to go for Survivalist or Golden Touch. I still think I went the right route for me, but I do think that these Silverhawk boots are going to be mega. Now, in hindsight, looking at all the other ones as well, the only one I could really make a case for would either have been Antiquarian or Divine Druid or also Devout as well. But for Divine Druid, I do think Production Master's pretty much sorted that. And Devout, yes, it's good, but I just don't think it's as good as what I thought it would be. So, yeah. With the tier 6, we now have all Seren spells and prayers unlocked, so you don't have to get that as well. We can go and swap over. I've actually not looked enough at the tier passive, so I was going on about the fact that you can pick your own Reaper task, but yeah, that is actually something you can get from tier 5. So it wasn't just me, I wasn't special, it was actually that. But with tier 6, we got 8 times more common on the drop, so maybe we'll go and get that Godsword Shard eventually. What I'm going to go and do now though is I'm kind of editing and putting some videos together and just seeing how that's going on. I'm going to upgrade my range setup. I'm going to go and make a Elder Rune crossbow. I can't make Primal because you can't transmute into Eternal Magics, which is a little bit sad, but you know, it is what it is. But at least with the Elder Rune, we'll be tier 90, and tier 90 is pretty nice as well. Oh no, maybe you can actually. I've just looked at the wiki guide, and you can transmute into Eternal Magical Logs, so maybe that's what we do instead actually. We'll go and see if we can do it, because I've got some magic logs anyway. Let's go see if we can go into Eternal Magical Logs, because also as well, that will also give us access to the bow, and it'll give us access to a couple of things as well. Maybe runecrafting some magic weapons, which will be nice. But tier 99 bows will be pretty big for that as well. But the Bayonet is so I can essentially go and fletch bolts. And by fletching the bolts, I can just go and get the fletching XP really quickly. I just need to be able to go and get some feathers. 200 points from 2,000 total as well. So we did, towards the end, like have loads of points we can go and spend. So 7.7k points till the final relic, and I feel pretty happy about that. I think we've got a good chance of getting that sorted. So I'm just going to go and prepare and transmute some ore into Bayonet, and then I'll speak to you guys a little bit later on with what we're doing and what the plan is going forward. So just so I can remember when we reference it a little bit later on, we're going to start at an agility level of 35. So once we've done all this transmuting, the skilling, making the bolts, fletching the bolts and all that kind of stuff, we can see what level we finish on for agility. Because I've seen some people say It is absolutely nuts just how quick this thing levels you up, so we shall see how it goes on. So just smithed 8,000 Bayonet bolts, and this is one of the things I will never get tired of production master for. Also as well, 80 agility. The XP drops we're getting for the boots now are 12,000 each. Crazy how quick we're leveling, and 150k XP per go when fletching these as well. We are going to get some mad quick levels. So the reason why we're doing this is hopefully to go and get to the point where we can go and make the Elder Rune bolts as well as the Elder Rune crossbow as well. We can now do primal because it turns out you can actually transmute the Elder logs into Eternal Magical logs as well, which means we can actually get a tier 99 crossbow, but it should be able to hold its own and do some real reasonable damage as well. So in terms of like Nex and also Jad, I think I'm going to give it a try with ranging first. When it comes to the kiln cape, I'll have to do a melee cape. Just because for the kiln cape, I think whatever style you do the most of is the kind of cape you're going to get. And we want the melee cape for that as well. So we have pretty much got to where we need to. We needed to get to 87. So that is there. And because we've got the +6 boost, that is what we can use to basically go and fletch the Elder Rune crossbow as well as the bolts as well. So I'm going to do another little stint of smithing again. So we're going to go and basically do the same thing, but this time with Elder Rune bolts to hopefully get to a point where we can go and craft some primal crossbows. So this will be me with another little stint of AFKing. And then once this is done, hopefully we can go and do Jad and then do a next kill as well and go and get those combat blessings. And then after that, it is actually just literally a God Sword Shard 1, which is stopping us from getting the next tier of blessing. But now I have access to Sara because we have the agility level. I think that's where we'll go and camp and go and do for that instead. So yeah, apart from that, we're just going to go and AFK these Elder Rune bars and we'll report back when we're done. 93 prayer as well. We've not actually utilised anything for prayer. We've simply just used these fire spirits and maybe a couple of bones at the altar to go and do those tasks. Everything else has literally just been from smithing, which is crazy to think we're at that point already. Okay, so that was a pretty big task done. We have just done our fire cape. We got 2 league tasks from it, so 160 points, and then we also as well got quite a lot of the combat ones as well. Not that combat achievements really make any difference, but yeah, we got some combats and we also hit a milestone as well, which is nice. So 160 points from that. That is also as well a blessing once we wear the cape. So that was the important thing. That's where we're going to get some more league points. So actually 240 league points just from coming from doing Jad, which took me about 20-25 minutes, did some agility. We also changed some defense in there as well, which is nice. So what we're going to go and do next is go to God Wars, unlock next, do a next kill, and then literally for the next tier of blessing, all we need is get a God Sword Shard 1. But what I will do for that is simply just focus on probably either doing the Sara logs or go into a God Wars 1 boss where I can just go and train my melees. So either Bandos or Sara Domin. So that's not too bad at all. Okay, so this has been a pretty huge task in terms of the leagues points. I tried to go to next and for whatever reason, I can't either get access to the key and I can't go through the door. So I don't know if I've bugged myself out because I'm now at a tier now where you don't need KC or keys to go and enter a boss. But if you guys have done next and you've managed to get in, please let me know. So what I decided to do is go through a slightly different route. So to wield a God Wars 2 weapon will give you a combat blessing. So I thought, you know what, let's go and do Vindicta, give Vindicta a bit of a go. Now, so far this trip, we've got 3 crests, 383 dragon bones, which don't think will come in useful, but we can always use it for basically our necromancy and just doing rituals like that. And also what is a bit more useful is a decent amount of stone spirits. These really focus on things like nechrite, phasmite, dracolith, and orichalcum as well, which is really decent. And it will come into use at some point through this as well. Now I have done a little bit of transmuting, so if I just stop that. So we have a decent amount of magics and U-logs as well. These will contribute to our Fort Free, which we'll be doing tonight as well. Now, one thing which is also a combat blessing is going to be the Queen Black Dragon. Now to do the Queen Black Dragon, you're going to need level 60 summoning, which kind of is something I've been meaning to do for a while. So I think we're just going to take a slight detour, and with the ability to wield the Dragon Lance and get the combat blessing from there, and then the one from QBD, we can then go and level up our combat blessing. So I've kind of gave up a little bit on the God Wars God Sword Shard 1. The rate for that isn't increased with the leagues buff, so that is why it's a little bit of a pain to do. It was the same last year as well, so the Jagex haven't really learned from that one. But you know what, we can go and do it, we can go and camp out as well. But here is another 99. So while we've been doing this Vindicta trip, we've knocked out 399. So we are now 99 agility. 99 HP, and then finally 99 attack as well. 99 attack is quite nice because it means we can now do primal weaponry. So in terms of training for this count, we are literally just going to focus on defense now, because as soon as we've got 99 defense, we can wear primal, but we can also use it for our sword as well. So I'll go and upgrade that a little bit later on. So really nice. I've kind of switched up the ability bar. I was realizing like I didn't use revenge, and revenge is really nice because it puts a stack on, which just means you're going to do some more damage, and like some of these kills have been quick. So yeah, there's a 100 KC task for Vindicta, which is nice because the drops you get from God Wars 2 are really helpful skilling wise. You just get a lot of things like magic logs, dragon bones, those kind of drops, which will really rack up and probably see me out for the rest of the skilling anyway. So what I'm going to do now, we'll take those stone spirits because they are really nice. Don't want to be missing those. We're going to teleport. We'll come and do some more Vindicta tomorrow. But I can go and make a primal longsword overnight as well. We'll be working on the primal stuff anyway, because we actually have the smithing level for it, and then we can focus on doing some stuff there as well. But the most important thing is, let's go and get that combat blessing. So wielding the Dragon Rider lance, yes, it's going to degrade. That should be a 200 point task. It's absolutely smashing them out. We've done about 1200 points since we've got to tier 6, which is really nice. But bank will need to be cleaned out as well tonight because it is in absolute state. So what I need to go and do is just go and mine some iron ore. So I'll see if there's anything we can transmute as well in the storage. But for iron ore, we can kind of like rack that out pretty quick, to be fair. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Level 60 summoning shouldn't really take us too long. Ideally for us, we kind of get to things like a minotaur where we can just go and smith the bars, get the bars in ores really, really quick, and move from there. So that probably took the best part of like 6 invos to go and get level 68 summoning. Really didn't take too long. We used about 80 iron ore in terms of iron crabs. Really low level, but the secondary I already had in my furnace, so I just took that out. And then I probably did a total of 120 minotaurs between bronze and iron. And we are now 68 summoning, which is really handy for a few reasons. One, we can now go and do the QBD. But also, we now have access to the bunyip, which can also be some real nice healing if we ever needed it. I don't think we will, but it's an option there as well. In terms of the rest of our sort of supplies, I think you can transmute charm. So I'm literally just going to load up on minotaurs. We have the ability with smithing to go and get both ores and bars incredibly quickly, and then we'll just power it out with that, and that can just be smithing ticked off. It really won't take us too long to do it all. However, let's go and see if we can now go and do the QBD. We're going to go and grab an anti-dragon, just your standard extreme strength attack, a prayer pot or 2, and then just go and grab some rocktails. Now I actually do have access to an anti-fire, so I'll just take it just in case, because I don't think there'll be any other cases we're going to need one. And the QBD especially is quite strong in terms of that. But then we're going to see if we can do it. Once we've done it, I will come back, show you guys what we've got in terms of loot, and then we'll do our combat blessing. And then after that, I think it's time to go kiln cape and then Zuck cape afterwards. So there we go, QBD done, 80 leagues points for that. We get some loot, which is, yeah, okay, we'll bank that. But more importantly, we are going to get a combat blessing. So this is going to go into the Lord of Light. I think we've used the Striking Light, which has been really nice, and I just think that this is kind of better than the Unholy Critical, so I'm going to go for Lord of Light. This, once you use your basic attack, is going to deal more and more damage, and it's based off your armor value as well, which is going to kind of link to some of the other stuff I've got in my combat blessing. So Lord of Light, we are here. So that is pretty much sorted a big bulk of what we're doing. Also, while we're here, we can go and unlock another big thing as well, which will go and get us some points once we actually go and get it. So if I go and click these golden hawk feathers, we are now 95 prayer. And the fact is, like, I have done nothing for that, even though we've not had golden touch for that long. The fact you've got so much prayer, like the fact you got so much prayer from smithing as well, is absolutely massive. So can I change this? Right, no, I'll need to go to the Temple of Senecine. No problem, I'll go and hop over there now and we'll go and unlock that. I just need to go and make a pickaxe because I think the Pickaxe of Faithful doesn't actually work on some of the minions in the fight kiln. But I think we're ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be some absolute carnage. And then depending on how well the fight kiln goes, maybe we can look and just go and push for the next one and go for Zuck. But if we don't, if we just do the fight kiln today, I'll be more than happy with that. We need 4 blessings to get to the next one, which, to be fair, Godsword Shard, and if I can work out how to get to next, we're already halfway through that as well. So, yeah, we're making some massive progress. And 6.5k points now till the next and final relic. I do think that once I've cleaned up a couple of tasks, I've got quite a lot of tasks like just needs to be done. Like again, easy and mediums. There's a couple more hards than there have been now. There's still some skilling hard tasks I still need to do, which yeah, we'll see how we get on there. So you did need a rope to go and do that, so I just had to go and run back and go get it. But there we go. We have changed our curses, replace. And then once we go and hit soul split, that should also be a 200 point task. This was bugged, so you could have done it earlier, but I like to save the big point tasks to chip away when either I've just started into a brand new relic level or when I'm towards the end. I don't like doing it in the middle because it just kind of feels like a bit of a waste when I could like force myself. It's just how my brain works. I always like to do it at either the start of going into a new relic or just towards the end to get that new relic. But that is that done. So I need to just run around and do a little bit of admin as well just to go and get ready. Let's go and make a pickaxe and then we're ready, I think, to go and push for that. So there it goes, ripped apart. Let's go and jump into it. Time for the kiln cape. It shouldn't be too bad with like the armor we've got, also all of our combat blessings and all of our relics. We should fly through this. I'll see you guys towards the end after we've crushed it. So there we go, the fight kiln done. And the reason why I didn't actually show you a clip of the fight kiln being done was because it was over before I had a chance to hit the record button. So really nice, but that'll be a big upgrade. It means now that Zuck is a definite option to go and push for. Now, we got 80 points for completing the fight kiln, and then we also got 200 points on top for equipping the fight kiln cape. Now, at some point, we will have to go back into there because I think there is a point task for an uncut onyx. And in terms of like what armor I've got, the uncut onyx can be combined with the hydrix, I think, to go and turn it into something where we can get amulets of souls. I'm not sure if that's how it works or whether that is a Zenite, but we're going to have a look and see if we can go and upgrade to that as well. But massive move, level 95 defense as well. Really starting to rack up some decent combat stats. I imagine that I might go and push to get that done at some point soon. Literally just go and camp at God Wars 1 while trying to get that God Sword shard and see if we can go and get it ticked off. But big move for that. I think the next one really is the big Zuck next. So what I'm going to go and do really quickly is just see if I can buy a hydrix. And if I can buy a hydrix, do I need to do anything in particular to like turn it into jewelry? So we have quite a lot of Reaper points as reward. Yeah, so it needs to combine with a cut onyx, so that's fine. But we've got more than enough points in terms of Reaper points. We can buy everything possible for our chemical and also standard hydrix jewelry as well, which is really nice. And yeah, so 6,000 points till the final relic. And I do think like tonight's job, like I say every night, I always have some AFK things to do. We're going to upgrade to the primal longsword and shield for a bonus because it just means we'll be better. I do need to go and do some pickpocketing, so I'm probably going to get 99 pickpocketing tonight, just because that's what's going to give us the cash stack. I have just seen Foe's video where he does the vampirism and penance switch for like incredible magic XP, so we can go and do that at some point to get a magic level. Maybe also as well it'll give us a chance to unlock a Weir as a boss to go and farm as well. But yeah, really good clips. Really happy with how smooth it went. About 20 minutes to go and do the fire kiln. About the same for the fire cape as well. So yeah, really happy with that. I'm going to go give Zuck a temporary run. If it goes well and if I think we can do it, we'll visit this again and get this ticked off. And then get the final cape upgrade for this leagues. So that is going to wrap it up for today. The Lord of Light really is an incredible combat blessing. And if you guys are sticking around tonight, I am going to be doing a little bit of a video just talking on how I've got my combat training, what I've done for it, as well as my blessings as well. Just in the same style as the tips and tricks video we did yesterday on how it works for me, why I did it, and how it's benefited my training as well. So really hope you guys are looking forward to that. If you are enjoying the videos, please make sure, as always, to leave me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Any questions in the comment section down below. I am going to catch up on comments this evening to make sure that everything for this week has been covered and answered. So if you've got any questions about the channel, leagues, or anything else, drop in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to reply to it. Thank you guys so much as always for the support, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.